Hi, I'm Dan.
Hi, I'm Rachel.
And I'm Jess.
We're here today to share with you an idea that we feel can one day change lives across the entire nation, to tackle an important problem with a solution we are passionate about. We are Love the Game, integrating people with disabilities in university athletics through sports. This boy on the screen is little Johnny. Johnny grew up playing t-ball in Lowell. He's been a huge fan of the Red Sox, the Riverhawks, and the Spinners since he was 6 years old. In 2004, when the Red Sox won the 2004 World Series, Johnny aspired to be a competitive ball player himself. But he was diagnosed with muscular dystrophy at age 10, and by age 12, he was bound to a wheelchair for the rest of his life. People like Johnny will experience a social disconnect. According to disabilitystatistics.org, 1 in 5 people in Massachusetts ages 5 to 64 have a disability. The isolation these people experience isolation in every aspect of their lives every day. We aim to address 3 specific issues. The first is the participation in sports and recreation programs by people with disabilities. The second is UMass Lowell's general community outreach effort towards these people. And the third are the barriers that these people face attending college and becoming a college athlete. As a college athlete, 56% of people with disabilities do not have above a high school degree, which emphasizes how unique this experience would be. As former and current athletes, we know how beneficial sports have been for us growing up, and we believe everyone deserves the same opportunities we've gotten.
So Love the Game recruits 2 different groups: individuals with disabilities ages 8 and up, and disabled veterans. It is concerning that 87% of able-bodied children participate in sports outside of school, while only 55% of children with disabilities do. This is why we would implement Love the Game throughout the academic year. As for veterans, 1 out of 10 veterans is disabled most likely through combat. However, these injuries are not always visible. 1 out of 5 veterans suffers from PTSD, and on top of that, 34% suffer from other mental disorders. Unfortunately, only 1 out of 3 seek help. So it is evident that little Johnny has restrictions preventing him from playing competitively. Now this is where Love the Game comes in. We are a sports and recreation nonprofit who partners with universities, beginning with UMass Lowell. So starting with the Riverhawk athletic image, we will be able to start clinics, tournaments, and eventually go up to leagues held here on campus. So how are we different? UMass Lowell will provide an unparalleled atmosphere where we will take advantage of our college athletes and use them as instructors. We will also utilize the campus facilities and have an emphasis on Riverhawk pride. So being able to use UMass Lowell's recreation facility at no cost will be able to provide a quality program with low membership price. The environment that Love the Game will provide will be able to will be able to incorporate inclusion with these athletes and the participants as well. So now, little Johnny can play side by side with these athletes and be able to fulfill his dreams of becoming a competitive ball player. He will be provided an emotional, social, and physical outlet where he will be able to learn, grow, and connect. Now we have met with various local disability outreach programs, and they proved to be avid supporters rather than the competitors that we had expected at the beginning.
So in the first year, Love the Game wants to start with 10 clinics spread between the 2 academic semesters. We want to start with basketball, soccer, and volleyball. And then a couple years after that, we expect to double, probably triple these numbers. In year 4, we want to spread to other universities in our conference so that their teams can play our teams, making the experience even more realistic, and eventually spread New England-wide. Our revenue streams will be from membership fees, grants, fundraisers, and special events. Our estimated implementation cost is $5,000 to $6,000. So here is the outline of our estimated resource costs for the first year. Let's play ball. Thank you.
How many kids do you think you're going to be able to serve this first year?
Well, we've actually met with a bunch of organizations in the area. I'll list them for you. Kids Inc., that's Kids in Disability Sports. Best Buddies, Rah Rah, Lowell Public Schools, we met with their whole disability program. We met with the Brockton VA and New England Paralyzed Veterans Association, and also Camp Hall in Chelmsford. Adding all these kids together, these are all places that supported us and said that they would send their members to us. This gives us about 150 potential participants already.
What's your price point when you say memberships are going to be charged?
Our membership is going to be a $50 fee to start, trying to keep it low to get as many participants in as we can, and that will be an annual fee for the first 10 clinics.
In the clinics that you're going to offer, will they be coaches from UMass Lowell, or are you going to bring in other people to help with different clinics and training for the kids coming in?
There are certainly going to be people, so the people that are going to be working closest with the kids are going to be varsity and club athletes here. They'll be wearing their UMass Lowell Riverhawk uniforms. The kids will get their own UMass Lowell Riverhawk uniforms, and we're trying to strive to get as close to that one-on-one ratio as possible. There will be other students, working behind the scenes, whether it be, signing people in or taking care of paperwork, but we plan to incorporate a bunch of people, the primary people being athletes.
Have you spoken, if you have a population of 150 that potentially will be your customers, and you
Right.
are looking for a one-on-one, relationship, and I'd probably figure, my son has a disability, so I know a lot about this. You probably should figure on average is about 1 to 2. Some will be one-on-one, and others will probably be 1 to every 3 or 4.
Right.
So you'll need 75
Okay.
I think-
students.
These clinics, when we begin, the first year will be clinics. They're going to be separated. It's going to be a 4-hour stretch, and they're going to be separated into 2-hour blocks. And so, depending on the age of the child, they'll be split into different groups. The entire 150 population won't be there present at the same time. There might be 75 and 75.
Right, and just to add on to that, so the one-on-one ratio, we're going to strive to meet with those the kids that need the one-on-one. However, in other groups, there might be a one athlete to 5, depending on what
Ability,
they can do.
right.
Right, we're going to break them up more ability-wise, so they're
Yes.
more comfortable, more in the game together.
So have you talked to, how many athletes do you think you can pull?
Costello Athletic Center actually said they completely support us and will have us speak to fellow athletes preseason. We've also personally gone and talked about our ideas with other athletes I'm on the track team. I've talked to other athletes on the team. She has been on the soccer team. She has talked to her friends, and we've generated a huge amount of interest from the student population.
Any other universities do these kinds of programs?
Universities out west do wheelchair basketball programs for their students. We outreach to the community, and they only do the wheelchair basketball. And they are places like Arkansas and way out, nowhere near here.
Any other questions?
How many student athletes are there on campus? What's the total population?
I would say somewhere in the mid-hundreds, probably like 400 maybe.
I was gonna say 500.
Yeah.
500, 400,
Yeah.
something like that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
Good
you.
presentation.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.